Hey, it's Gigi the Gadget Goddess. I really went back and forth with this video on whether I would actually shoot it or not, because everybody and their mama has done a Magic Keyboard case review, unboxing, all that good stuff, but I figured I'd put my special spin on it. People often ask me how I upgrade my devices without breaking the bank, so I will cover some of that, as well as my new iPad 2018 Generation 3 12.9 inch, 256 gigs, and my Magic Keyboard for said device. Let me start off by saying I'm coming from the iPad Pro Generation 2, and what I did was I bought this iPad and I sold my last iPad. This iPad came with chargers, this smart folio case, which I think is valued at like 70 something bucks. I mean, it's not perfect condition. It has some wear on the folio, but the iPad I could not even tell had been used. Everybody's using Paperlike. I'm using Super Shieldz. Super Shieldz is 10 bucks and you get a 3-pack. That's the screen protector I put over my tempered glass screen protector. Yes, I double up. I don't like the clear finish. I like the matte, and it gives you more stabilization if you're using the pen. And then you have your Jetech screen protector. I couldn't find a tempered glass Jetech matte screen protector, so that's why I got the regular, and then I layered it with this. But if you find a matte tempered glass, then roll with it. I paid $16.99, $17. I will link to every accessory that I mentioned in this video in the description of this video, so you can go retrieve these items if you want to. Now, the link for the iPad Pro definitely won't be the Swappa link that I purchased mine at, because he's not selling them in bulk. And when I don't need a keyboard, I still have this bad boy. I enjoy that it has a place for my pen, because this isn't an Apple Pencil, so it does not stick to the side of this iPad. And I'd rather have a device that's universal and I can use on my phones and on my iPad, versus just having something limited to my iPad and having to pull this bad boy out when I want to use it on a phone. That being said, if you want to know more about this nifty universal stylus, I need you to go check out my boy Easy Computer Solutions video on this pen. I will link it in the description as well. And you can decide whether you really want to get one. It's not that expensive. It's less than half the price of an Apple Pencil. So I think it's worth the investment. I used this for like a week until I got my actual Magic Keyboard. 20 bucks, 10 bucks, you know, starting to do the math here, and 120 extra for here. So this is where we are so far. Oh yeah, not counting the tempered glass screen protector. That's kind of how I do things. I sell a device to buy a device. That being said, we all know how expensive this Magic Keyboard is. So you say, hey, that's $350 before tax. Okay, I had another Apple Watch laying around that I should have sold a while ago, but let me advise you, if you ever own an Apple Watch and you ever run beta softwares on it, which I do, I have developer software on my Apple Watches, you cannot get that off until Apple Watch updates the software for the regular watches. So that being said, I couldn't sell it until I got an update to my Series 3. Series 3. I came out pretty good. I sold the Apple Watch for $375. Yay! And I bought the keyboard. I purchased my Magic Keyboard on April 25th. I had my magic keyboard in hand by May 2nd. And as you can see, I paid less. So I will link that in the description. It's not the lesser price now, and I did not wait as long as some people did buying from Apple. I'm gonna throw this little life hack in there for you. You don't necessarily have to get it from Apple. I got mine from Amazon. At the filming of this video, I went to the Apple website. If I order today, I may get it between May 28th and June 4th. I was gonna order from Apple, but like I said, I saved, I saved some money. What I ended up paying was $353.90. I got it quicker. So there's a little life hack in there for you. Let's talk about how excited I was to get this iPad and then how disappointed I was. I'm not disappointed per se in the iPad itself. I don't like having Face ID on an iPad. Is anybody with me on this? We're wearing masks now, so Touch ID is the way to go in the way the world is right now. I mean, it just opened for me just now, but I constantly keep it in the keyboard case. So most of the time, or some of the time, it registers my face and sometimes it doesn't. Other than that, it's a very nifty device. I don't mind it so much. I do like that it's a smaller form factor than my Generation 2. Other than that, I don't see huge differences. I do enjoy having a USB Type-C connector because I'm also an Android user. So to have to carry around less chargers is great. My mission and goal is always with Apple stuff, never to have the newest unless it's maybe an iPhone. iPads and Apple Watches, I just can't keep up with everything with the most recent device. Yes, I can flip devices like that, but it's just a lot more money you're spending out to flip if you're getting the latest and greatest of all Apple as soon as it drops. So I stay a generation behind typically. I was completely excited to see that the Generation 3 iPad Pro worked with the Magic Keyboard. Like, Apple doesn't usually do that. They usually make you buy the latest and greatest to be able to use it, right? So hey, kudos to Apple for letting us people with older devices use what they have. And yes, the magnets are strong on this bad boy. I use mine down like this if I'm in bed. Like, if I'm watching content, it is a good stand for me to watch Netflix or YouTube videos in this position. But typically if I'm lap mode or anything like that, it's back like that. I don't really see a purpose in having it like that. But I guess you could also use it that way in the bed too. Okay, so let's get this thing started. Initially, I was not crazy about this keyboard. I'm still adjusting to this. I don't have a MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro I owned was very old, so it didn't have these nice little the swiping gestures and whatnot. So I am still adjusting to that. So bear with me. I am a longtime user of Logitech keyboards. Logitech lets me fold their devices all the way back. I miss the function keys across the top. I did go into a lot of the settings to try to figure out how to get this thing set up. You have keyboard options and you also have trackpad options, right? First, I want to tell you, you want to adjust your tracking speed to the fastest tracking speed you can have. So you're going to move the dot all the way over to the rabbit, so things are swift. I can scroll fairly easily, not having to touch. Shout out to everybody who keeps telling me to buy the P40 Pro. It's not going to happen. So yeah, I can swipe away notifications and I can go into the different aspects of my apps. I just find it really neat. Apple did not backlight the smart keyboards that it did previously with the folio cases. So it was a mushy kind of feel, not tactile, you know, that whole ordeal. But now the keys are backlit based on your lighting. So we're kind of bright right now. Let me see if I can dim the lighting some. But you see the keyboards are lit a bit more now because I have a dimmer light. If you want to change, like you see everything for me is kind of a blue. Accessibility, pointer control. So I have adjusted mine to be blue. You got none, white, blue, red, green, yellow, orange. And you can make it huge or you can make it small. So if I want to make my stroke style big, you see it's big and blue now. To whereas I don't like, you know, it to be so obnoxious, so I keep it down there slightly blue. So that's your pointer control. Automatically hide pointer is on. Pointer size is small. Pointer animations is on. Track inertia is on. And scrolling speed, we'll speed that up a little bit. Settings I didn't really do too much to. I just made sure that when I went into general, keyboard, hardware keyboard, that I think everything is on capitalization, auto capitalization, and the backlight, like I said, it modifies itself based on the lighting condition, and you can kind of go into modifier keys and you can change those if you want to. I didn't change a whole bunch of things. I have not heard the most wonderful things about these iPad keyboards and the wear and tear on them. I do know that it likes to pick up these various weird stains. I hear the edges like to fray, so I do have a case coming for it. Like, not case, but like a bag. Because when I travel, I don't want to be shoving this in and out of my purse and messing up the edges on it. I'm gonna wrap this up. This is just first impressions. I've had it like, I would say about a week, a little over a week I've had this case. I didn't take it out of the box as soon as I got it, even though the delivery date was May the 2nd. I don't really think I started using it till like the 4th or something crazy like that. Just life was happening at that time. Oh yeah, one more thing. In Apple style. Not really on purpose, but I forgot to mention the cool feature of having USB embedded in the little crease area here. You can charge your Apple device. Again, this keyboard is not one that has to be charged. It uses its battery power from the iPad because it's a smart keyboard. But if you're charging through the USB Type-C, it's going to charge a lot slower, or a little bit slower. I haven't had any issues, but I'm using a Huawei charger for a laptop, so it doesn't take long for mine to charge at all. So thanks for coming by and hanging out. If you like this video, like it. If you're not subbed to the channel, please sub. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for me, please leave them in the comments.